Hey, what's good, everybody? It's CJ Beats. We're back at it again today. Today, I wanted to discuss a topic, and that's collabing with other producers. So, if you're a music producer slash beat maker, a really great thing to do is to collaborate with other producers and beat makers, right? Sometimes when you try to collab with somebody, it doesn't really work out because your style of music is really far apart, or the styles of beats that you're making are really far apart, and they just don't mix very well. But once you find a producer that you can that you've networked with, and that that fits your style, it's definitely an awesome thing to do, is to to collaborate with other producers. So there are a few producers out there that I've collabed with in the past, and we really made some noise in the past. Like, for example, a big shout out to Mozart. We made a beat together called Cold Blooded, and that's been doing, I think we're up to almost 80,000 views, maybe over 80,000 views on YouTube now. And that really, was a great collaboration between me and him. And, when you find somebody that you have chemistry with, no homo. What I'm trying to say is, you basically have a great chemistry when it comes down to making beats. Okay, now when you're collabing with somebody, somebody has to start something off, right? Let's say I start something off that that Mozart really likes. He'll go ahead and start adding some stuff to that beat that I've started off. All right. Now, when you're collabing with somebody and you're sending them, the initial files, or the initial intro to the beat, it has to grab the other producer and vice versa. What I mean by that is, when you're listening to somebody, let's say somebody's sending you something and you're listening to it, it has to be inspiring, right? You want to make music out of it, right? You want to start adding stuff to it. So it's really important to feel that chemistry and really understand what it is to feel that energy, right? I know all of this might sound a little weird to some of you guys, but what I'm trying to relate is that you can't, if you're not feeling it, you can't make a beat. Okay, for you beginners out there, you might have a tough time trying to figure out what this feeling means, right? Inspiration. But once you get into the groove of things and you get an ear for it, certain things are going to stand out and inspire you to make music. I've said this in a lot of my other tutorials, but I really want to bring this. This is really a good topic to bring this inspiration thing up again, because when you're collaborating with other producers, you have to be able to inspire each other, all right, and bring the best out of each other, all right, if that makes sense. So, going back to this whole inspiration thing, when you're collabing with somebody, you're gonna have to feel the music, right? And that's basically the point that I want to make, is like, you want to feel the music, you want to be able to really feel inspired by what is being sent to you, or what you're sending to other producers. So if you're the one that's starting off the beat, you will want to make sure that you're inspiring the other producer. So Jay Banks is another individual that I've collabed with in the past, and we made a beat in the past that's gotten 30,000 views plus on YouTube as well. And people can really feel that, if there are, what I've noticed is, when I'm putting out collaborations that I'm really feeling, they get a lot more views. And I think it really comes down to the energy that you're creating with your music, that is definitely touching to others. If people can feel that, like, people feel music. And what I'm trying to say is, to be honest with you, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I hope what I'm trying to relate is coming across the right way, and we're getting somewhere with this. Anyway, so to get into this whole collaboration thing, Jay Banks sent me a couple of beats. Actually, he sent me a few beats, and I was like, yeah, I'm not really feeling that. Can you send me something else? And so he just kept on sending, and there was one that stood out. And there was basically one part specifically in that beat that stood out to me the most. This flute sound, right? And I love the other stuff that he had in it too, but that stood out to me the most. That inspired me the most. Okay, I'll play it for you now so that you can take a listen here. And that was basically, I'm going to open up the MIDI here. Just a short MIDI section that he played, I guess, on his keyboard, and added an ARP to it, like an ARP effect, and it just stood out to me so much. I wanted to get into creating this beat right away. So, long story short, I just kept on adding and adding and adding to it. I took some stuff out that he had. For example, I redid the kick drum to it, and to be honest with you, I can't remember all the things that I've changed in this beat, but I'm going to let you listen to it so you can hear what we made out of it, okay? And I'll try to narrate as the beat plays to let you know what was in it already when I got it, and what I added. So the sync lead over here, that's this sound right here. He actually had that in there already, but I changed the synth that it was using. I added some vocal samples in there to make it, a little more ambient sounding. I added an 808 in there and some more vocal samples. I added this dream sequence here. Added the hi-hats. He had the snare, the hard clap in there already, which are these two parts, and I really dug those. Those were really dope when I heard them for the first time. And then I added those kicks to them. And the hi-hats, open hat. Added this other snare in there for the chorus, and some more vocal samples. But basically the point I want to make here is you could see that I kept some elements that I've already had that were in the beat already when he sent it over, and then I added some elements and took some out and stuff like that. So now a lot of you asked me in the past too, when you're collaborating on beats, what if somebody is on a different workstation type? So let's say Jay Banks is on FL Studio and I'm on Logic. How would that work out? And that is actually doable. You just, instead of having project files like I have in this instance, and that's actually great to have. If you have the project files, if you're both on the same DAW, and the DAW is a digital audio workstation, then you can do that, right? That's cool. But if you're not, that's not a problem. You could still, let me bring this up and show you guys. Go back. You can actually have your fellow co-producer track out the beat that you're going to collaborate on, and you can then import these. So these are fully tracked out WAV files. If I were to, let's say, open up a new project here, we'll close this out. And let's say I got stems, track outs from Jay Banks, who's on FL Studio, and I'm on Logic Pro X, and we want to collaborate on a beat. I'm going to go ahead and just start. Let's say you're on Logic, and you're going to open up a new audio. Let me do that. There we go. And so these here are all the track outs, right, of that beat. So he sent me the original stems too, just in case I wanted to do something with them. And I'm going to import all of them here. And now I have the entire tracked out version of the beat that he initially sent to me. And we could take a listen into this right now and see what it sounded like before I even got into it. So you had an 808 in there already. You get a different sounding low synth here. That's different from the one that I used. You had a synth lead that I initially, that I actually took out completely and replaced with some other stuff. But yeah, I mean, you know, when I heard this, I was like, oh yeah, I can definitely roll with this. I can add on to this. I can take stuff out. So basically, what I wanted to show you is, you know, when you send these, or when you get sent these track outs, it is possible to collaborate with other producers that are on different audio workstations. So some of you might already know that, some of you might not. So you know, try to go out there, find somebody that you match with or have chemistry with in terms of, you know, the style of music that you're making, and you know, just hit them up and be like, hey, I really like your style of production. I wonder if it'd be cool if we can collaborate on something. And you know, I'm sure most of the other producers are willing to do that because number one, you know, it brings variation in your production, so you don't always sound the same and have the same type of beats, you know, because you know, you complement each other. You basically are able to you know, bring the best out of each other. So I know this is a short video. I really don't have much to say about this stuff, but I hope I sort of inspired you to go out there and look for other producers that you can collaborate with. I'm obviously you know, a candidate in this too, so if you feel like you want to collaborate with me, I'm definitely open to that. You can send me an email at cjbeats@gmail.com and send me let's say like 3 or 4 snippets of a beat that you haven't finished off yet and that you might want me to jump on. And if it inspires me, I'll definitely you know, consider doing that. So again, it's cjbeats@gmail.com if you want to send me some snippets to do that. So if you're looking for producers that you might want to collaborate with, you should go check out the official Beat of the Day Instagram, and I'm going to bring that up really quick here. At the official Beat of the Day, you definitely need to follow this this Instagram account, because you can you know, hear brand new beats every single day. All right, so if you're a producer, you can get inspired by some of these people and maybe hit them up for collaborations. If you're an artist, you can reach out to them and see if these beats are available to lease or buy exclusively. And you know, if you perhaps want a shout out on the official Beat of the Day, you could definitely hit them up for that too. Or you could send them some beats perhaps that they might want to put up. So that's definitely an awesome thing to follow if you you know, want to hear brand new beats every day. I wish you guys the best. You know, go out there, meet some brand new producers, collaborate with them, and keep making beats. My name's CJ Beats. I'm out for now. Peace.